All right, so let's talk about the naming system for the Pack Closet library. This is actually extremely cool how it all works out. So basically, I have a document that you can look at on the course under section 1 and also in additional resources. And this kind of just explains the section codes and the interior codes. Now, the whole point of this is to make it very easy for identifying sections. It may take a project or two to get used to, but stick with it and it will all make a lot more sense for your crew. So just taking a peek at this, we've got our section codes, basically our height. And if you compare it to the product list over here, you'll see, we have a 87 double hang DH, 87 medium hang, 2 shelves, and it just goes down the line. S equals shelves. DR is for door. Now I think this is pretty special. So we can look at this 87 section right here. Bring it out. So we have an 87, 4 shelves, 3 drawers, and then it lists the size of the drawer. Now these are nominal sizes. The sizes are whatever they say in inches here, so they're a little over 12. Now this might be a weird example because we want to try to stay away from 12-inch drawers if we can. If we have to, we have to. But a good example would be this one right here. So without doing much looking at all, we can kind of identify this from the name. So we know it has 5 drawers because there is a 5, 5, 9, 9, and 10 right there. So from the top down, it's 5 inch, 5 inch, 9, 9, and 10. All of the naming is happening from the top down. So if we look at this one here, the first thing should be a short hang, and then 5 drawers, because the 5 drawers are underneath the short hang. When we go to something like this over here, you'll see 4 shelf, 2 drawers, and then 1 shelf. Now the only time this deviates at all is when we have something like a medium hang 2 shelf. So obviously the shelves are before the medium hang, but I kind of wanted to keep some continuity and just make sure you know where your medium hangs are. You can always reorganize these up in the product library if you want to. I think this is pretty streamlined though. And the other, maybe a little caveat you would have with this, the other caveat would be doors. So when you do have a door section, it's just going to say 2 door, but which comes first, doors or what's inside of the doors. So if we find a 2 door here, here's a 1 door. Whatever's inside is going to come before the door. The door is usually going to come at the end. And then some other suffixes that we have that come at the end are high and then open and floating. Bring these in here. We have our wall mounted, our upper sections, our bench sections, our corner units, islands, hutches, hanging panels, LED, and then all of our interior sections are down here. Really, I don't think it could be any easier. And you could also, this could get a little bit messy. There's certain places where it has its place, but you could go into your layers in the elevation, go to cabinets, and then we have to find our cabinet labels. And then here we have show product names. So you can see here it's getting, it's a little bit intense, especially when you start adding panels in here. But you can right click, go to the label, and move the label. So this would be a great way to label your elevations for maybe a designer, a contractor, and you could import this photo here onto your multi-print drawings as a symbol. Let me just show you how to do that. Open up multi-print. See how slow it's going to be today. All right, so as you can see, it's a total mess in plan view. It's a little bit much. There might be some instances you could do this in, but I would stick to elevation view for showing the names of your sections. But if you want to create a symbol out of this, if you don't know what symbols are, then we need to watch your basic mosaic videos for sure. But they're very useful tools in multi-print. Now we're going to go over to import, and then I'll go to my downloads folder where I downloaded. I didn't. All right, so we go to import and then we find the photo. I just took a screenshot of it because I can't import a DXF, excuse me, a PDF. And here it is. And then from here you can resize it any way you need to. And then we're going to, all right, let's bring it in again. So be sure when you bring it in that you don't set it right on top of something else. I'm gonna move it. Oh shoot. All right, we're gonna delete everything and then import. And then we can resize it. Just remember it's gonna come out to the same size that you size it to. So I'll right click and save symbol as. When I save symbol, it's going to save it to whichever symbols library I have open over here. So we could go to room legends maybe. Right click, save symbol as. We'll just call it closet naming. Now at the bottom of that list, we can move it up top. Now we could bring this into any page that we want from our symbols library. Right, that way whoever's looking at the drawings has maybe just put this on the header or something. But that's how you do that. And that about wraps it up for the naming convention. You can really just build your own from there with those rules, and just keep in mind, everything has, Hutch is HUT, just like it says. And we have all kinds of sections built out in here.